What's up everybody, welcome to Airsoft After Hours. In this video I'd like to show you a gun that I have been playing around with for the past few days. I've actually owned the gun for a few years, but I recently broke her out and just had a bit of target practice and playing around with it, and I thought I'd show you in this video. Okay, the gun, as you have clicked on this video and have seen in the title, is an ASG Dan Wesson 2.5. The gun is available in many different variants, in two different colors, and also in two very different variations. It's available in this 2.5 inch, I believe it's available in 4 inch, 6 inch, and I think there was an 8 inch version as well, but I can't be sure. I always get my models mixed up with different guns. This gun is silver. It's also available in black, and also it's also available in the two major different variations, which is it either shoots 6mm plastic BBs, so it'll be the airsoft variant, or this version, which is classified as an air pistol, which shoots these 4.5mm BBs, steel BBs. Okay, so this is definitely not for airsoft. This is for target practice and plinking only. So if you are planning to buy this gun, you know, it's don't make sure you get the models right. You know, 6mm plastic BBs. Do not buy the air pistol variation. They are both designed very, very differently. The air pistol one would be very, very powerful, and if you you know, I don't want to say, but it's going to be very dangerous if you use the wrong one for the different reasons. Okay, right, most of you know this gun by now. I mean, it's been out for a few years, and many people have done reviews on them. I'm just simply showing you mine because I think it's a great gun. It's a really, really good plinking pistol, air pistol. Okay. Mine runs on steel BBs. I'll start with the front. Now this is a 2.5 inch barrel. It is non-rifled. It's just a straight barrel going from there to there. There is no hop-up. Obviously hop-up will be no good on a steel BB firing gun. It runs on CO2. These 12-gram CO2 capsules, which are available just about anywhere. And the CO2 capsules go in the back of the grip here. Just like that, you tighten up the that part there, it pierces the capsule and then forms an airtight seal, which is really good. Mine has never leaked. I'm not sure if they ever do leak. They are designed very well. After you've inserted your CO2 pistol, this grip then goes back forward, just like that, and it's a little bit creaky. You can hear a bit of a creak. Okay, that's the only small complaint I have. As you can see, I have put, it comes with a rail, a Picatinny rail on the top there, and I have mounted a Red Dot Sight. This is a Red Dot Sight by, it's either, I don't know how you pronounce it, Millet or Millet. It is their Sp1 Red Dot Sight. You know, I was going for a really over-the-top, full-blown, you know, pistol look, and I did that. And I thought also this would add accuracy, a lot of accuracy, but unfortunately where the actual rail has a lot of play on the top of the pistol there, that affects accuracy, I believe. I initially was going to add a shooting and grouping test and a chronograph test in this video, but I have scrapped that idea basically because after inserting the CO2 capsule, a brand new one, and putting some steel BBs in there loaded, my Madball version 2.1 chronograph was actually showing readings all over the place. I believe that is because the chronograph is having a hard time picking up these steel BBs. I was getting readings from 580 to 320. Randomly. It was like 580, 320, 450, 550, 350, that kind of randomness. So I believe it's not shooting that inconsistently. I think it's just a problem with the chronograph and the BBs. Okay, right, so as I said, this one, if you buy the they're non-interchangeable, these guns, so if you buy the 6mm version, it is 6mm BBs only. If you buy the air pistol version, they shoot these steel BBs only, obviously because of the shells and the barrel. Okay, so don't get them mixed up, or if you own both of the guns, you have to be very careful not to use the wrong shells in the wrong gun. Okay, I'll show you the shell insertion, shall I say. Right, you basically push this forward, that releases the cylinder can be pushed out to the side. Okay, holds 6 shells and you put them in like that. Obviously after you've loaded the BBs in there. The shells themselves are made of some type of alloy or metal or brass on the rear, and on the front it is made from a kind of rubbery tough plastic which holds the BB firmly in place. I can't imagine these breaking ever unless you throw them on the ground repeatedly. Right, okay, so these 2 shells are inserted. I'll try and pick up the sound because they sound very, very realistic. Can you hear that? And the extractor works as well, that extractor there. Okay. So after you've loaded up your six shells, you push it in like that. I'll just make sure there's no CO2. Yep. Okay. Shoot 6 times and then release. And the good thing about this is it's not shell eject. So you get the realistic shells, but it doesn't make the shells fly off somewhere where you have to try and find or pick up. You literally can just tip them out in your hand, change over your shells and put them in there. Now, loading them singly can be pretty slow and tedious. So what you can buy are these optional extras, which are the speed loaders. I'll show you how you. Oops, sorry. I'll show you how you put your shells in there. It comes like this. You can buy extra shells, and you basically load them in there like so. Then you push this rear part upwards and click it to the right, just like that. And that holds them in place. They won't come out. They're held in very solidly, and this can't release actually. It's locked in place. The only way, the only way you can release it is by depressing that button in the center there, which nothing can knock or hit, so that can be safely kept in your pocket. Obviously there's no gas in these, so that's very safe. And then what you do is just push them in like that and literally just push them in, and it unloads them all in there, and that's 6 in one go, and away you go. Okay, right, I'll just take these out. Now these this gun is actually it shoots in double action and single action, so you can pull the hammer back and shoot like that for a I guess a precision or a more accurate shot, or you can just shoot it by pulling the trigger. Are there any cons to this gun? Not really any cons. Any modifications I've done, I do believe there are no aftermarket parts for this gun, but when it first came it did have Dan Wesson printed on the barrel there. All I did was added a bit of acetone and took that off, and it also had some print. I believe it was the caliber and some wording there, which I didn't like very much, so I took that off with acetone as well. As you can see where I have applied acetone, it is mirror finished. It's very, very shiny and a mirror finish, slightly different to everywhere else. So bear that in mind. If you use acetone on this gun, it's going to be extra shiny on where you apply it. Okay. The groupings I did, I don't know if I've talked about the groupings yet. At 25 feet I was able to get a 6-inch grouping out of about, I think it was 12 shots. It may be more accurate, I just don't know. It may be down to the red dot sight moving a little bit, it may be the way I was holding the pistol, or it just may be the accuracy of the 2.5-inch barrel, I just don't know. But 6-inch accuracy is, for an air pistol, not fantastic, but it's not bad either. I'd put it in the medium range. It's okay, does what I need. Obviously if I'm shooting like tin cans, I should be able to hit tin cans out of every shot, so that's not too bad. It's a very, very good plinking pistol. If you were to buy the airsoft variation and use it as your sidearm or your backup, you'd have probably a lot of fun. Yeah, I guess you would have a lot of fun due down to the realism. These shells may add up in weight. Obviously, if you're going to want quite a few of these, it's going to be quite expensive. And then you're going to buy the shells as well, extra shells. That's going to weigh quite a bit, as opposed to just having 3 or 4 magazines for your other sidearms. Okay, so if you want the realism, you're going to have to you know, carry a lot more weight. But the good thing is, one CO2 capsule runs about, I was getting about 65, maybe 60 to 70 shots in this. I don't know the airsoft version may be slightly better in gas-wise and efficiency-wise, but I should imagine the accuracy should be about the same as this pistol, or thereabouts. The reason I'm playing with this gun is I know that ASG are releasing some new Dan Wesson models, and they say in their new ones, I heard in some videos or a video that they have their new models are built and designed from the ground up, which means it's a different pistol, and also they say they've included a hop-up this time. So that's something I'm really looking forward to trying out and testing in the not too distant future when I have more time. Really looking forward to that. And one of the things they also said was their shells are interchangeable with their old ones, so you can use their old shells in their new guns, which I'm quite happy about. The only problem for me is I'm planning on going for the 6mm airsoft version this time, and I won't be able to use any of these shells. But that's not too much of a bad thing, you know. I like this gun, and I like keeping it the way it is, you know. That kind of really chunky, short, stubby look kind of appeals to me. So you know, maybe I'll go for a longer version when I buy this their new models, but I'll see what they come out with. They're probably out now, actually. I haven't actually checked. Only these past few days I've been checking them out, but I'll see what's on offer. If it's out yet, I'll probably get it sometime and check it out when I have the time. And you know, I'll probably do a video on it as well if I ever do get it, you know, and I'll let you guys know what I feel about it, and maybe, I don't know, do a comparison. Well, I don't think I could compare them really, because one's going to be an airsoft gun and one's going to be an air pistol, but I don't know, maybe there are some similarities. But that's basically it. That's my view on this gun. You know, I probably didn't shed any new light on anything, but maybe I can give you some closer looks. You know, you'll probably be able to see it slightly clearer. There you go. That's what you're seeing there. 11 brightnesses on this this red dot sight, if anybody's interested. You know, they are very accurate. I've heard that people use this red dot sight on actual firearms, real firearms. So they do hold 0, and for the price, they are pretty amazing. Okay. All right. Give you a front view there. See that? Okay, but that's my take on this gun. You know, if anybody is out there thinking, you know, all you do is a bit of plinking, or maybe you're after a sidearm, and this really appeals to you, you know, having the real shells, this is definitely one of those guns that you'll have lots and lots of fun with. It's not the most convenient, as you already know, the pros and cons of you know, a gun which has realistic shells. Obviously you have to load the shells, and then you have to load it up shell by shell, or have a load of speed loaders, as opposed to actually just having 3 magazines loaded with probably 20 odd BBs in there. So, you know, you catch my drift. You kind of know the pros and cons of both. Alright, but that's my take on this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later.